We're back and nothing is working. Oh no, nothing is working. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Yep, I'm back. And I just had a B-side. Yep, I just had a B-side. Cool. Yeah. How are you? How are you guys doing? Let me see if I can get my camera back and we can continue. But, yeah, that was fun. That was fun. It was the first time it ever happened during my live stream. For sure. I've been having computer issues lately. I think my computer's starting to go, guys. I built this damn thing back in 2017, 2018, and it's starting to fail me. Yeah, I'm gonna probably have to switch my setup, very soon, I think. And I don't have the money for it. We need to run now.
When will then be now? Soon.
Alright, let me see if I can figure out what's going on with the camera. What's going on with the camera? So this one? Probably this one. Boom. Yes, it is. Alright, let me kill this camera, bring it back. There we go, guys. We're back. Yep, everything working? I think so. I don't know. Alright, so yeah, I got knocked off, guys. He's farming us for likes, says Easy. Oh, damn, that's a good way to do it. From now on, guys, Easy, yes. From now on, we're going to do the morning show in 2 segments. You guys are awesome. Yes, the chaos is back, says Mario Gomez. Yes, the chaos is back. All cause he wanted to play Myria games. Yeah, exactly. No, not Myria games, but I wanted to play some games with Scrub. Yeah, Scrub. Remember Chad? We used to hang out with Chad. Yeah, Chad. That guy. Yeah. All right. So where was I? We were breaking down Bitcoin and where it's likely to go today based on the numbers, right? So what's going on in the order books? Where was I? All right. Yeah, that's where I was. All right, that's where we were. Let's take a look and see what's going on with Bitcoin. Again, brought to you by Kimba, the live heat map for free. Bringing you the live heat map for free. And, yeah, let's see what we got. Right now, we're getting a little bit of a capitulation to the upside. We still have a half hour to go. 10:30 is usually when we start to see the market manipulation. And again, the overall, market right now is sitting, deadlocked, tooth and horns, to, about $11 billion. Nothing really changed there since I got knocked off YouTube. Yeah, if you guys are just joining in, I did get kicked. I had a blue screen of death in the middle of my live stream. Terrific. Oh no. And I also lost my vote. I don't know who won that vote. Damn it. I'm gonna have to do the vote again too. Yes, Cliff just reminded me by his $20 super chat. Tito's alert. For the love of Tito's. We're dancing with the chaos. Yes. Was it Tito's that was winning? I don't know. I think last time I looked at it, I think red wine or Jack Daniels. I don't know. It sucks. I'm gonna have to start that poll over again. Did any of you guys catch who won that poll before the live got kicked? I wanted that to go before the end of my live. It is my birthday this Friday, so I do want to get the pick up some Tito's so you can drink with Cliff. Yeah. That's probably, you know what, I'm probably going to end up just buying all 4 of them. It's probably a bad idea, but you know what? Screw it. That's probably what we're going to do. Since, YouTube and the powers that be, Microsoft did not want me to finish my live stream with that poll up. Otaku couldn't even play Meta Rush, even though it's the flagship game. 100% easy, 100%. That was the story on, Myria since the beginning of time. Maybe one day my, ridiculous investment will pay off and I'll be able to play that game. All right. So anyway, let's get back in to see where are we looking at for Bitcoin, right? Where are we looking at for Bitcoin? Of course, brought to you by Kimba, the White Snow on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the likes, guys, and subscribe. Of course, all the things. If you like seeing the breaking news on YouTube. All right. Let's see what else. So this is where I was before I crashed. All I did was start drawing on here and it crashed. Oh wow, it's stuttering too. So it might happen again any time, but it does look like we are still building around 65K, stronger and stronger every day. This is again about a day of price, of orders being added. Also, don't forget 55 still getting built up down here too. It's possible, guys. We still see that 60K, around 60,000. All this area right here is all brand new within the last 24 hours, adding to those orders. So we are still building support here. It's great. And again, like I've been telling you guys, we've been going sideways and up and just up and to the right just a little bit overall. And that's all I expect for Bitcoin. I don't expect us to break out anytime soon. I just want us to be somewhere between 65 and 72K before next week. And then we can, of course, start to, establish this as a local level of support for the coming weeks. All right. Hennessy 1 says Crypto Quit. Strippers and drinks, says Joy. Happy Joy. How you doing this morning? Oh, I got a treat for you this morning, Joy. Here we go. If things want to work today, maybe I can get this to work. Boom.
I don't think you're happy enough. I'll teach you to be happy. I'll
happy,
teach your
Joy.
To suck eggs. I told you I'd shoot, but you didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? Happy, joy, happy, joy, happy, joy.
Yes. Yes, happy, joy. Good morning, Joy. Good morning. You bring so much happiness to us today. Every day you bless us with your presence. Thank you so much, Joy, for coming out and supporting my live. Yes. Love it. I had a little bit of fun with that last night. Yesterday. Cliff says, it looked like 38 whiskey. Red wine Tito's wasn't even in the run. Whoa, says Cliff. Damn. So I might be picking up a few bottles. Thanks again for letting me know, Cliff. Let me know. Thank you. Much love and happiness to you all, says happy, joy. I will be picking up some drinks later on tonight. All right, where was I before I got distracted by Joy? All right, let's get back to it. All right. So yeah, it does look like we are building up more areas of support, but we are also starting to position ourselves even further and further above. It's not only just the lows, but right now, at least on the weekly, we have a lot more support than we do have, of course, resistance. Now later, if we get closer to these $90,000 levels, it's going to be a different story, right? And we still have this giant wall between us and 90,000 to get there, right? So, it's looking okay, but I still feel like there could be a little bit more pain. Just a little bit more pain. Maybe we do actually get that 55,000, Friday, and that'll be the end of it. See a bit of a V-shaped recovery. I don't know. 58K, maybe that's it. This is set up right now. Majority of this level support is sitting around 56,000. So, we'll have to wait and see, guys. But as of right now, it's okay. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's the middle of the week. We'll see how this goes. So far, Jake has not gotten his wish. And Maximus Diamond Hands also calling for 65, I believe 66. Jake's calling for 55 today. So we'll see if we get that by right around noon, right around noon. Intraday trading, of course, beginning right in about 11:30, noon, 12:30, somewhere around that range here in the United States. But damn, we are right on top of, Gamma's prediction from last night. Love it. All right, let's continue on. Crypto news. Let's get back over the TradFi one more time. If you guys are just joining us, we lost the stream earlier due to technical difficulties. Thanks again for Cliff and John Doe. John Doe threw a $50 a $50 super chat me earlier. Thank you so much, John Doe. Thank you. Happy birthday to me, I guess. Happy birthday to me. All right, so what are we talking about? Sweeney's doing a little bit of a market update. Let's take a look at CNBC. They're probably on break. Oh, they're not. Oh, look at that. iShares. We're talking about iShares.
But I do want to add, Carl, that this has been an asset-light story for the markets. That's what propelled the markets higher, it seems like, for the last 10 years. But maybe we're shifting to an asset-heavy story for the markets. And if you look at the performance of industrials, defense, housing, energy, those things cannot be quickly disrupted by agentic AI like parts of software can.
No, and we have seen a lot of rotation into names like that, and a lot more fear, I guess, about the CapEx spending of our biggest companies. I mean, 92% of the cash flow is now being used for CapEx at you name it, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Meta. Is that a concern for you, or are these names that you should continue to consider, given the multiples seem to be quite reasonable when compared to the broader market and their underlying growth rates?
Yeah. I mean, I think you still can consider some of the hyperscalers and some of the Mac 7s, but I would actually look at the broader CapEx beneficiary basket. I mean, David, if you look at it this morning, we've got capital goods orders.
All right. I'm over it. Let's get back into crypto news at 10 minutes after, of course, we normally dive into crypto news. What else we got going over today? And we'll get into, of course, crypto Twitter as well. Bitcoin news right now popped up here. Tether Gold anchors first blockchain. Let's see, blockchain what? Blockchain, base gold dividend by public firm. That's coming from Tether Gold. We got TRM Labs, reveals concentrated illicit networks as stablecoins, I guess, become, more prevalent. Kraken integrates OTC desk with ICE, chat to serve, institutional traders. Not a great name right now in the overall grand scheme of things. Probably not a great name. Nope. The U.S. government controls nearly $23 billion in Bitcoin, making it one of the world's largest holders. Currently holding 328,000. I think that hasn't changed at all. I don't think it has changed at all since they just acquired. What was it? It was like 200,000 or something like that. I think it was 123,000, something like that. During that one. One scandal or whatever, they seized those Bitcoin. Right now, ICE shares are sitting at 764, so those inflows are starting to come back. At the beginning of the year, we were sitting at only 750. Those inflows are coming back slowly. Then we have the U.S. government right here, sitting at 328,000. I don't think I can see the. Yeah, I don't think I see the orders on here. Yeah, they don't have the list up anymore. All right, moving on. Tether Gold anchors first blockchain-based gold dividend by public firm. Elemental Royalty Corporation is becoming the first publicly traded gold company worldwide to offer shareholders dividends payable in tokenized gold, signaling a decisive shift in now corporations distribute value tied to physical commodities. Vancouver-based gold royalty firm announced that its investors can now opt in to receive distributions denominated in XAUT. Of course, Tether Gold's asset backed by physical gold rather than collecting cash and calling it a day. Shareholders may claim direct exposure to the bullion itself, pairing the commodity-linked returns with the transactional precision of blockchain rails. All right, just another update on Tether and its gold backings. Oh my God. It's insane how much gold they're holding, guys. Tons and tons and tons of gold. All right. Strategies, 717,000 Bitcoin stash underwater as Bitcoin struggles below 69K. Yes, their average, they got their average down to what, 76, 70, they're probably closer to 75 now with the last couple purchases. But yeah, they still have a lot more buying to do. What else? Anything else? That's about it over here on Bitcoin News. Let's take a look at Daily HODL, one of my favorite places to end up at the end of the stream. Institutional investors sell $3.7 billion in Bitcoin and crypto just 1 month as Bitcoin price craters, says CoinShare. Seems like they're FOMOing out. Scammers drains 22,000 from bank accounts. Of course, so scams, trading, scams, Bitcoin Harvard endowment. Yes, we covered that just yesterday or 2 days ago. We covered that. Harvard, of course, redistributing their Bitcoin holdings and diversifying into Ethereum a little bit as well. Anything else going on? I'm gonna check one more outlet. How about we take a look at CoinDesk and then go over to Crypto Twitter after we stop in one more time with TradFi. Bitcoin holds 68,000 as volatility cooks. World Liberty Financial jumps ahead of a Largo Forum. I think Zebek's been at these events too. The last two events we've covered for World Liberty Financial. Zebek's been associated with it. If you guys have been following that, I know a lot of people are like, dirty, get off my one of my favorite projects, World Liberty Financial. But it is what it is, guys. Everyone's going to be intermingling. Soon. XRP Ledger rolls out members only DEX for regulated institutions. Bitcoin holds near 68,000. Moonwell, we already talked about that. 1.12 nightmare is actually 1.7 million nightmare. So they got the number wrong there, at least on the latest number. On that headline, Zora moves into Solana with attention markets for trading. Man, there's just nothing juicy today, guys. This week has been so lacking in the news. Abu Dhabi Wealth Fund's Bitcoin ETF holdings topped $1 billion at the end of 2025, probably. All right. Let's get back over to crypto Twitter here in a moment. I'm going to do one more run through TradFi and check in with you guys in the chat. So yeah, it is my birthday this weekend, guys. This Friday, I'm going to be picking up a bottle of all those things. That's what I decided at this point. Damn you, YouTube, and yeah, Microsoft. All right, looks like they're still doing a market update. Okay, there's no way this is live. Is it really? He's still doing the same thing, really? Well, I guess they don't have Matt this morning, so I guess they're trying to fill in for him. CNBC, anything else going on here?
Topic here at the World Liberty Forum in Mar-a-Lago. Joining me now is
there we go,
CEO
World Liberty
Brian
Financial,
Armstrong, and Senator Bernie Moreno, Republican from Ohio. Senator Moreno is one of the leaders of the negotiations in Washington.
There we go,
and a former crypto entrepreneur himself. Gentlemen, it's good to have you both.
Thank you for having us.
Kind of rare to have you together. I like it. So Brian, what is the status of the market structure regulation that
tell us, Brian.
You famously blocked from passing a few weeks ago?
Yeah, well, we're here meeting with crypto companies, bank representatives, and senators as well to see if we can get to a solution on market structure. And one of the big issues that did come up in the past was this idea of stablecoins on rewards. I wouldn't say we blocked it. In fact, nobody, I think, in the crypto space has been working harder on this over the last few years to try to get some legislation. What we did say was the current draft, we had some issues with it. I think that caused everyone to come back to the table, and there's now a path forward where we can get a win-win-win outcome here. A win for the crypto industry, a win for the banks, and a win for the American consumer to get President Trump's crypto agenda through to the finish line so we can make America the crypto capital of the world.
Were you surprised? What was your reaction when he after he's obviously been so involved in this and was so deep on it and then came out against the version of the bill? How did you react to that?
Well, look, I had concerns about the bill, still have some concerns about the bill. We weren't done. We got hung up on the issue of rewards on stablecoins, which is really, in my mind, really shouldn't be part of this equation.
Wait, can we just explain this? Like why people should care about this? What the whole yield rewards on stablecoins thing is about?
Well, unless you own a bank, you probably shouldn't care. Because if you're an American consumer, what it means is that the cash that you hold, you're going to have competition to pay you more interest. So you're going to be able to get more money for the money that you have in your wallet or the money that you have in some sort of account. So this is very, very good for working Americans because ultimately this is about giving Americans more rewards for being able to have cash on reserve, being able to get paid quicker, being able to transact faster, democratize the financial systems. But we're going to get this bill across the finish line. But I would say
when?
Hopefully by April.
I was going to say, because if you don't by the midterms
we'll see.
and then the House goes Democrat, then what happens to it?
Yeah, we're screwed.
Well, the House isn't going to go Democrat, neither is the Senate. People say, well, the election were today. The election is not today. We're going to win because, look, at the end of the day, the American people are sick and tired of open borders. That's why we got elected. They were sick and tired of high inflation. They were sick and tired of an out-of-control government. We're about to see $100 billion in additional tax refunds, most of that money going to working Americans. The Democrats only have one idea, which is hatred of President Trump, and that's not a very good idea in terms of actually advancing the lives of working Americans.
So, Brian, on where it goes from here, the senator explained the whole issue of rewards for stablecoin issuers. I know the banks don't like it, right, because they see it as a potential threat to their deposits. But some critics would say you're just trying to protect your business.
Mm-hmm. If you survey Americans, 87% of them say that the current financial system doesn't work for them, that there's too high fees, there's delays, there's unequal access. And so crypto is updating the financial system. The smartest financial service institutions out there and banks are leaning into this as an opportunity. You can see on LinkedIn, they're all hiring for crypto and blockchain product managers and engineers. And Coinbase is actually powering infrastructure for 5 of the largest banks in the world right now. So the smartest ones are all leaning into this as an opportunity. This is about, it's good for Coinbase, it's good for the crypto industry, but it's also good for the banking industry to embrace innovation and adoption. America has never been one that just tries to be stagnant and protect the incumbents. We want to lean into the future and make sure that America stays competitive, because we're existing on a global stage here, right? Like China is putting out a central bank digital currency that is paying interest. There's offshore unregulated stablecoins, which are actually much bigger than the ones that are regulated within the US perimeter right now. President Trump has said he wants to repatriate these funds to build this industry here in America, and to do that, we have to have stablecoin rewards.
So where are you in discussions with the White House on moving this forward and getting it passed by April?
Yeah, well, the administration has been incredible on this. President Trump setting the tone from the top, naming David Sachs as the crypto czar, Patrick Witt, and then the Senate has been incredible as well. So they're meeting, as far as I can tell, daily on this to try to move this forward, and they just deserve a ton of credit. So all we've tried to do is behind the scenes be constructive, lay out potential solutions that can be a good win-win outcome for crypto and the banks. And I feel confident they'll get something done.
Is it moving forward with these rewards in place for stablecoin?
Yes, there's a small list of remaining open items, and I think that if a compromise can be found, this will get to the president's desk for a signature in a few months.
What about the price of Bitcoin and the fact that it was down last year in an up year for the overall market, and has started out really rough this year, down more than 20%. Does that impact the sort of broader movement to get more done here?
Not really. I mean, crypto, sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. It's all, Bitcoin is still the best performing asset of the last decade, right? So we try not to take a short-term point of view on that. When crypto prices are down like this, actually Coinbase is buying Bitcoin. We're buying our own stock back. We're just continuing to build in these down markets. So there's an opportunity whether the market is up or down, and we try to just take it.
Why do you think it's down so much?
People have a lot of Monday morning quarterback type theories on this. Whenever the market moves, they'll say, Kevin Warsh is an inflation hawk, or they'll say that quantum computing is on the horizon. In my view, the markets are a little bit more psychological than that. People say, I don't think there's any substantive issue, but I think other people do, and they'll want to lock in gains and move it up and down.
One thing I've heard is that quantum is going to break the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
No, that's not true. I think that's a very solvable issue, and actually Coinbase has been very front-footed on this. We put together a quantum advisory council, and we're in regular contact with the major blockchains about a path to upgrade to a post-quantum cryptography world. So we're going to stay engaged on that, and I think it's very solvable.
Senator, I'm curious about what your vision is here for the future of crypto, stablecoins, and getting them into the U.S. system in a regulated way, but also not threatening the U.S. dollar.
Well, it actually is the opposite of threatening the dollar. This is the best thing that could happen for the U.S. dollar because it dollarizes the world. It creates massive competition for treasuries, which is going to drive down our debt cost to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars per year. And by the way, put more money in the hands of consumers. Ultimately, that's what that is. When you have people who are depositing money and they're not getting the kind of return they should get or rewards that they should get for having those deposits, that hurts working Americans. They're the ones that are suffering as a result of that. You can also have, by the way, imagine a world in which you have instantaneous payment for payroll, where payroll doesn't settle twice a month, it settles every single solitary day. You have velocity
or second
of
with
money.
Zebek.
The idea is very simple. Money should move at the speed of information, and that is going to happen. Let me just be clear. This will happen. That's not the question. The question is it happen in the United States of America, or does it happen somewhere else? We cannot lose our innovative edge, and that's why President Trump is the person who's going to make certain that America never, ever falls behind on innovation. And look, at the end of the day, you're worried about the volatility of Bitcoin, which, by the way, has nothing to do with stable coins. Wait till I talk to you about silver and gold.
Right. Well, they've definitely outperformed Bitcoin.
Not over the last 10 years.
Okay, over the last year or so.
But you would never advise your viewers to look at a 1 year before making investment decisions. This is about investment decisions over a longer period of time. And the reality is Bitcoin is just getting started. You're going to see.
You think Bitcoin is a safer bet than gold?
I would absolutely buy Bitcoin today instead of gold. And by the way, just be clear, I don't own any of that because I don't want anybody giving me grief about whether I'm objective or not objective. But if I had money to put in the market today, I would buy Bitcoin.
Well, we know, Brian, that you've been buying back Bitcoin. I do want to just, in the minute that we have left with you, just hit on what we got from the CFTC this week, which was big news on the prediction markets. The commissioner is actually here at this conference. And they announced that they're coming out swinging against these states that are trying to go after prediction markets as gambling. This, I would think, helps your business a lot, and you're part of this new council. What's your reaction?
Yeah, well, Coinbase has been building out what we call the everything exchange. So we have every asset class there, crypto, stocks, commodities. We also launched prediction markets. And you're correct, Commissioner Mike Seelig has been great on the leadership front here, coming out and stating what is already in the law, which is that the CFTC has exclusive authority over these types of contracts. And some folks in the state level are unhappy about that. This might go to various courts, may even go to the Supreme Court. But I think ultimately the CFTC chair is right on the law, and they'll win. The CFTC has the authority. There's state preemption, and so we're going to rely on that as well.
And I know you were also very supportive of this. I saw you posted on that.
Look, the role of the United States government or any government is not to protect incumbency or business models that are eventually going to be replaced. Our job is to make sure we create an environment for innovation and growth with proper guardrails, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Who's going to be replaced?
Well, look, ask Sears how Amazon worked out for them. Ask Blockbuster how Netflix worked out for them. Our job isn't to protect business models that are just not working. Young people don't like our current financial system. It's going to be replaced. We want it to happen here in America.
All right. Well, just a little taste of the conversation going on here at the World Liberty Forum. Gentlemen, thank you very much. And I think we should also disclose that you donated to the super PAC of your election campaign, just for
because they agreed with me, not because I agree with them.
Yes, and also he backs, I think, most pro-crypto.
I do. I donated directly to him as well. Okay. He was the first crypto executive to run for the Senate. So
you were all about it.
Yep.
Brian Armstrong, Senator Bernie Moreno, thank you both very much. And still ahead this hour, do not miss World Liberty Financial co-founders, the hosts here, Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. Coming up next.
We're going to be covering this all day. Holy crap.
Berkshire making some big moves in the fourth quarter. We'll bring you up to speed on some of Buffett's last.
Oh, there we go, guys. We got our work cut out for us today. Finally, we get news. Yes, finally. All right, so if you guys are just joining us, we did catch CNBC live coverage right now at the World Liberty Financial Forum at Mar-a-Lago, where we have crypto investors and big tech company, of course, names all meeting up at Mar-a-Lago for World Liberty Financial's Forum to talk about, of course, the future of crypto and finance. I'm sure, like I said before, I'm pretty sure Zebek's there as well. Yes, Gen Z Coin says... John Doe. What? Gen Z coin. Megamind says Mario Gomez. Megamind. What? Megamind. Oh, you're talking about, that's a movie, isn't it? I think that's a movie. What else I missed here in the chat? Looks like, Backstabber times 5 says just in 74% of the Supreme Court rules President Trump's tariffs are illegal. There's a 74% chance, yes, on Polymarket. Yeah, we covered that this morning with the Polymarket bets. There's only like a 25% chance. I think it's 18% chance where it's going to be ruled lawful as of right now on Polymarket. I want to keep CNBC going because they're going to have Eric Trump on here soon. You know he's going to probably be mentioning Bitcoin. American Bitcoin is a mining venture, and probably, obviously, World Liberty Financial and all the great things they're doing, I guess, for the Trump family and their name and their wallet. It is what it is. Everyone's got to make money. I get it. All right, let's take a look. Well, how about this one, guys? Front page. Will Jesus return before 2027? A 4% likelihood. That's unfortunate. What else? But anything else going on here? Will the U.S. confirm that aliens exist before 2027? An 11% chance on that as well. These are getting wild, guys. Remember when the first like 10 or 20 used to be all nothing but crypto? I do. Not so much anymore these days. More people are getting, more normies, I should say, are getting more involved. All right. Let's see. They still have the 5-minute on the Bitcoin too. That's always a fun one to watch. Yeah, every 5 minutes. I still can't believe they're doing this, man. We had our fun with this. I think it was Monday last time we hung out and watched the Polymarket bets on Bitcoin's current price action in the next 5 minutes. Ridiculous. All right. Let's get back over here. Make sure that we're not missing anything. They're still live here, I think. On break. Probably going to be on break for another 2 or 3 minutes. I do want to, of course, show you guys the current ruling on Polymarket in the favor, of course, of his tariffs. Looks like a 26% chance. 26%. I could have sworn we looked at it this morning. It was 18. It was probably the likelihood of the 20th. Yeah, being determined by the 20th, which is on Friday. That's Tariffs. Oh my God, really? So hard to find things on Polymarket now. This right here. Yeah. Well, the Supreme Court ruled tariffs by the 20th, and now it's down to 16%. So down about 2% so far today. Yeah, probably not going to happen. It's going to be nothing has changed on the 20th. Likelihood of a March 31st is probably what we're looking at, and to finally determine whether or not they're going to go along with these or these tariffs or not. More than likely, it's not going to be in his favor, and then they're going to have to go a different route with these tariffs and then get it done. Or not get it done. Either way, I think the stock market is probably going to have a positive reaction when those tariffs are thrown out. But then we're going to go through the entire thing all over again like we did last year. Oh my God, it's going to be a nightmare. All right. We're still waiting for CNBC to come back with more live coverage from Mar-a-Lago and World Leader Financial's forum on crypto and innovation, yada, yada, yada. Let's see.
So a second day of U.S. brokered peace talks between Ukraine and Russia wrapped up today in Switzerland without a breakthrough. They lasted roughly 2 hours. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called the talks difficult and says progress was made, but he accused Russia of deliberately delaying a deal to end a 4-year-old war. The Vatican says it will not participate in President Trump's Board of Peace. The denial comes just 1 day before the board is set to meet for the first time in D.C. to discuss the rebuilding of Gaza. The Vatican was invited to join the group in January, but said today efforts to handle crisis situations should be managed by the United Nations. And Moderna says the Food and Drug Administration has now agreed to review its experimental flu vaccine about a week after it initially rejected the application. The shot utilizes the same mRNA technology used in the company's COVID-19 vaccine.
Yeah.
Moderna says it hopes to make it available to seniors later this year. The FDA's decision is expected by August 5th. And now I'll send it back down to Sarah in Palm Beach, Florida. Sarah.
There we go. Back to it.
Thank you, Dom. I am joining you guys today from Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach here at the World Liberty Forum. And with me now for an exclusive interview are the hosts, World Liberty Financial co-founders Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump. Thanks for having us here. It's good to see you both.
Great to be with you.
So, I am curious what you're trying to accomplish here, because it's not just a crypto conference. World Liberty is a crypto company, but you have CEOs from Goldman Sachs and big hedge fund managers. What's the goal?
I think we're trying to modernize finance. We're the most canceled people in the world in 2020, 2021. And it's really great to almost have this retribution where all of a sudden we start pushing an agenda. Our agenda was to modernize finance, to allow that to never, ever, ever happen to anybody again, and to really lead the way as America. I mean, look at the SWIFT wire transfer system. It's so broken. You can't send money. It's antiquated. It's costly. It's slow as hell. And crypto changes all of those things. It is the future of finance. We have to be leading in the United States of America, and this country is. And we have all the right people in the room today, and it's very exciting to see.
Dom, how big has World Liberty, the company, gotten? I know that there are a few businesses, but the underpinning is the stablecoin.
I mean, it's the fastest growing stablecoin in history. People understand. I mean, I think we have such credibility because of what we went through, what Eric was talking about. When you wake up one morning and there's 300 bank accounts that, the operating accounts of businesses that pay the waiter at a restaurant, just gone, canceled. We didn't get into crypto because we were on the leading edge. We got into it out of necessity. They basically forced us into it. And so, to Eric's point of retribution, to be able to come back and now, work with the best in crypto as well as the best in TradFi, get these people together to create efficiencies in a system that's otherwise been totally undemocratized and broken and inefficient and slow. To be on the leading edge of that is just really exciting. And that's what you see here. I mean, when you look at the names, and you've seen them all, you saw the dinner last night, some of the greatest minds in finance all in one room figuring how to make things better for the future. It's really exciting.
Well, you know what the critics would say. They'd say that the credibility factor is the Trump name and the Trump White House, and that everyone, is here to curry favor.
I think the great irony here is they didn't give us much of a choice. When you had they created this monster. When you had every big bank in the world for doing nothing wrong, just based on the fact that we all wore a hat that said "Make America Great Again." My father happened to be we're
going to get into all this again.
Canceled us. I mean, I was getting these calls. 300 bank accounts, Capital One, in the middle of the night. These are commercial buildings, residential buildings, golf courses, are around the world. These aren't political entities, and they were pulling these accounts from us like we were absolute dogs. We couldn't pay our vendors. We couldn't pay employees. And so we said, listen, there has to be a better way.
They're used to being able to do that to people who have no ability to fight back. We had the balance sheet. We had the following, the big soapbox to be able to push back and to call out this nonsense. And a lot of Americans saw that and they were appreciative of it.
And by the way,
they saw it happening to them. They couldn't get credit card processing if you were a small gun shop in the middle of nowhere because, oh, well, doesn't check off the woke boxes. And so we did this out of necessity, and it was important. I think it's important for the world. And in that, I think we're creating a lot of efficiencies that were lacking in the system. I mean, as someone who either one of us could have called any banker in New York over the last 20 years and gotten a loan for a building, and we just realized we were sort of the top of the Ponzi scheme that was banking. If you didn't have those connections, if you didn't have these things, you didn't get that benefit. Crypto totally democratizes the ability for people to transact, to do finance, to get the loans that they need for businesses that make sense. That didn't exist for everyone, and we're really glad to be able to bring that to the forefront in the market.
Still think it's going to $1 million bucks. It's having trouble holding 100,000. It's been a rough start. This was supposed to be the golden dawn of
going
crypto.
there.
Well, Bitcoin is low right now, but what we're talking here with world order is going to be stable coins, right? So that's treasury-backed, it's dollar-based.
Held up in the Bitcoin sell-off?
They're 1-to-1 to U.S. Treasuries, so they've stayed the same. It's just a simpler way to transact. If you send a wire on Friday, you don't have to wait for Tuesday to close. It happens in 2 seconds for 2 cents. You can close transactions. The banks obviously didn't love that idea because they're getting the benefit of the float of having these things, and these billions and billions of dollars sitting in their banks over the weekend collecting interest. This creates efficiencies that did not exist in that market before.
But not only does it create efficiencies, it's bringing trillions of dollars into the United States, right? Everybody wants to be on the U.S. dollar. They did a euro-based stablecoin, and only half of 1% of all Europeans want to be on that stablecoin. You know what they want to be on? They want it to be on the U.S. dollar. And guess what everybody in Asia wants to be on? The U.S. dollar. Guess what everybody in South America wants to be on and really is on? The U.S. dollar. Stablecoin is going to bring literally trillions of dollars into the U.S. economy. It arguably could save the dollar because guess what? There's a lot of countries around the world, rampant corruption, bad governments, bad currencies, massive inflation. These people don't stand a chance. They get a paycheck. They don't stand a chance. They may as well go and throw it in a fire and just burn it. Whereas now, all of a sudden, using a simple telephone, using your iPhone, all of a sudden you can buy U.S.-backed, 1-to-1 as Don said, based on U.S. treasuries. You can buy stablecoin, and you can actually be part of the greatest financial system in the world. But that's a wonderful thing for
But gold has been doing well too. And I know stablecoin is different than Bitcoin, but you've been big proponents and bullish on Bitcoin as well.
We still are.
I'm a huge proponent of Bitcoin. I do think it hits $1 million. I think it's one of the greatest performing asset classes. Go back 2 years. Bitcoin was at what, 16,000? Where is it at right now?
Yes,
70?
sir. About 3.
Right?
But
if you look at the last 10 years, Bitcoin has gone up 70% a year on average, year over year for the last decade. Name an asset class that has performed better than Bitcoin. And now, obviously, you have lots of volatility. If you don't want volatility, go invest in some muni. Go have a great time. Go invest in some treasury. You're going to have volatility with something that has tremendous upside. But I've never been more bullish on Bitcoin in my life. I've never been more bullish on cryptocurrency in my life. You look at what every one of the big financial institutions in the country is doing, whether it be Fidelity, whether it be Charles Schwab, whether it be JP Morgan, whether it be BlackRock, right? Goldman's here. Go down the list. Every single one of them are adopting cryptocurrencies. They're willing to treasury cryptocurrencies. They're putting their private wealth clients into cryptocurrencies. Before they were telling them to put exactly zero into cryptocurrency. Then it was 2%. Now all of a sudden it's 5-6%, and that number keeps on climbing. It is the asset class of this generation. It's what every person under the age of 50 is into and loves, and we're just getting started. We're on the 1 yard line.
I do want to ask you about the World Liberty Corporation, which has been in the news, and there was this big Wall Street Journal report about the 49% stake that was sold to an Emirati royal family member after your father was elected president, raising questions about whether they were doing that so they could get access to AI chips.
A, my father has nothing to do with. B, it has nothing to do with AI chips. And C, we met in the Middle East the first time. Yes. There's not a person in that room, there's not a banker, there's not a fund manager that doesn't go to the Middle East and to the, whether the sovereign wealth funds of the world. They're some of the biggest investors in every fund in America. To critique the one here and not talk about the others would be nonsense. It's literally what they do. And so they have done that. They invested in it, and they've actually had already over a 4x return on their investment. It's a great investment and has nothing to do with the other. We've been dealing with the conflict of interest stuff for years. They tried all this nonsense the first time around. Frankly, it's gotten old. They were the ones that put us into this position by creating legislation to try to put us out of business. We just fought back. We weren't willing to sit in the corner, curl up in a ball and die like they would love us to do. That's not how we function. That's not how we operate. And you can see that whether it's my father or us, that's never going to happen. We're going to do what we need to do to fight back.
Right?
You know, it's a crazy law of like unintended consequences. If you look at what they tried to do when they threw my father off of Twitter, and they did the same to Don and myself and pretty much everybody else in our family. They took us off of Twitter. They took us off of Facebook. They took us off of Instagram. They took us off of YouTube. They took us off of Google. They skewed all the searches. They did everything they could to suppress. So guess what we did? We went out and we formed Truth Social. You know, then not too long after that, you know, all the banks, they started canceling us left and right, every single one of them. Every single one of the big banks. They started canceling us. Guess what we did? We went out and we got into DeFi because we realized it was the future of finance. And you know, the great irony is half of the very executives that called us back in those days to cancel us are actually in this room right now. It is a law of unintended consequences. And I think, you know, for a long time they fought it. And I think at this point they realize they can't fight it. The train has left the station. This is happening worldwide. The whole world is adopting crypto in a very, very big, fast manner. And they'd much rather be on the side of something that's clearly the future than be trying to fight it in perpetuity.
Well, I don't think the Democrats have accepted it. I mean, Senator Warren wants you guys investigated by Treasury under CFIUS.
Yeah. I know.
Senator Warren also said he was
millions of dollars
agent of Russia,
teaching
right?
Harvard for 4 minutes a month. Give me a break. That's what they're going to do. But again, to Eric's point, some of the people in this room 6 months ago, they were very anti-crypto, because they were very accustomed to their system. It worked. Everyone made a lot of money. They made fees in and out. It just created inefficiency that they got the benefit of that. Now that they realize that this is the future, that this is an avenue where people are going to go because it is better to transact, it is faster, it is more efficient, it keeps more money in the pocket of the actual user, they have no choice but to adapt. So they're going to be here and they're going to help carry that. They wanted to prevent it because that was their business model for decades. They didn't want to evolve. You know, when I graduated from Wharton, everyone went into banking. They had their same system. They've been doing the same thing for 50 years. This is leading edge technology. It's going to change the way things are. And those who are willing to adapt are going to survive, and those who won't will not.
But do you guys have conversations, friends? I mean, there are some regulators here. There are members of Congress here. There's an important market structure bill we were just talking about that needs to get through the Senate, you know, and that.
Yeah, we just had Brian Armstrong on. If you guys are just joining,
America has to win. America has to win this, because you better believe China wants to win it. All of Asia wants to win it. You know, countries in South America want to win it. South Korea wants to win it.
And we're already late. We're late.
The entire Middle East wants to win this race. We better win this race. We better win the race of modern day finance. And frankly, the banks have almost been negligent. You know, why is it in 2026? You know, why does it take you? Why can't you send a wire transfer after 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Why is it, you know, a nice young couple wants to go out, they want to finance a house. It takes them 120 days to go through, know your customer, they pay exorbitant fees to one of the big banks to try and get a loan. By the time they get the loan, the house is gone. You know,
they even get it.
Their dreams are shattered.
Yeah.
Why can't that be instantaneous? There's nothing in the world, there's nothing in finance that can't be done better, cheaper, and more efficiently and more transparently, frankly, on blockchain technology. And that's what everybody's realizing. And it's going to save the consumer tremendous amounts of fees. It's going to democratize finance. And again, we're on the 1 yard line. This is, you know, the best is yet to come for this industry.
Okay, so you're a full believer. So now we talk crypto. I just, in the final moments, want to ask about some of the other interesting business ventures, because there was big news yesterday about your investment in an Israeli drone company, for instance. What was this? What's the story there? And again, you'll have the same questions about, you know, they're dependent on the Pentagon for sales and regulation.
Listen, I think at the end of the day, we invest in a lot of things that we believe in. Right? If anybody doesn't believe that drones is, you know, the wave of the future, you know, they're silly. You know, their eyes aren't open. And so I think there's tremendous drone technology. And you know, listen, we've been investors our entire lives. You know, we put money into ventures. That's what I did in a company that I believe in, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's great. And then we have the greatest real estate portfolio in the world. I think. Right before we went on air, you said this is the most beautiful room.
It's the most golden room.
It's the most beautiful room. You said you have ever done an interview out of, and so you know we have the greatest hospitality assets in the world. The Trump Organization. We have 26 projects going up around the world, and
how's business?
We are doing incredible. The brand is hot. You know,
the brand is hot because your father's president.
Yeah, the brand is hot because we also.
The brand's been hot for 40 years. In all fairness, my father was on the leading edge of everything in real estate. He was the first person to amenitize condominiums back when that was totally unheard of. He's the guy that's done that. And since he's been in politics for the last decade, Eric and I have been doing these things and perpetuating the thing that he started. He's not involved. He hasn't been. Frankly, he has much bigger things to worry about, and he even acknowledges that. What we do on a daily basis is not even remotely exciting to him relative to the stuff that he gets to do, you know, these days. And he didn't get into politics because this was the thing to do. Remember, he got in when there was zero chance to do it. They tried to throw him in jail. They frankly set up a scenario where he was basically almost killed to do this. He's doing this because he believes in America. He believes in the American people. He wants them to be able to experience their American dream. And frankly, most politicians for the last few decades have done nothing but basically ship that American dream abroad. That was our only export for the last half a century, was the American dream, as we've enriched those who hate our guts. That has to stop. To Eric's point, preserving dollar hegemony by crypto coming in there and having treasuries and these crypto companies buy U.S. treasuries, that's going to stop the BRIC nations and the others who are trying to get away from the petrodollar and U.S. dollar hegemony. And frankly, to the Democrats' point, that's going to allow them to spend the ridiculous things on the nonsense that they want to fund, because we'll actually still have the money to be able to do some of these things and have a base to borrow from. So this is about America first, and to lead the way in crypto is going to be the leading the way in the future of finance.
Finally, I do just want to end on the prediction markets, which is a big topic here, because you are involved with both Kalshi and Polymarket, and we did get this big news yesterday from the CFTC in the industry's favor. So where do you see the future of this going?
Listen, I got involved in the prediction markets a few years ago, back when we had no chance of ever even coming back from the dead. We were written off, as always, because I saw what was going out there in the political sphere, actually. We'd see polling. Kamala Harris is going to win Iowa by 12 points. I'm like, man, I was in Iowa last week. I didn't see a single side. I think this is nonsense. But you understand that the polling,
you took the other side?
Traditional polling, was bought and paid for. It was designed to demoralize one side and invigorate another. It had nothing to do with actually telling the truth. The prediction markets, when people had real money behind an idea, they were going to actually vote with truth. So for me, it was about actually getting the truth out there. So I got involved before we were ever in office. We were very clear about needing the truth out there. We want the truth. That has been bastardized, that has been masked. The narratives have been created and pushed. And for the average person who doesn't pay attention to this stuff on a daily basis, they miss that. They say, well, I saw it on CNN. It must be true. It's like, give me a break. But if you're not paying attention, if you're just working hard to put food on your table for your family, you may actually believe that nonsense. For us, it's about getting the truth out there every day. And so I think the prediction markets are very important. And it was a needed fix to a broken system, yet another one.
Yeah, that's the common thread here in all these business ventures.
We fix things. We build.
Thank you for having us here today. It's a great lineup of guests, and we certainly appreciate being able to,
who do we have
be
next?
the exclusive partner.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Eric Trump, Donald Trump Jr. Guys, I'm heading over to the stage now to moderate a discussion with Goldman Sachs CEO David Solomon, who is, of course, here. We'll talk to him about crypto and his outlook. And I'll be back next hour with more from the World Liberty Forum, an interview with the president of FIFA, who is also here, has had a great relationship with this administration and is gearing up for the World Cup in what are we, under 4 months, David? So we'll talk about ticket prices. They even have a coin, a FIFA coin, of course.
The FIFA coin,
Yeah, big summer.
I remember, don't forget, they also had that giant FIFA trophy at the White House that he was presented, and Michael Saylor it broke his brain when he was presented with it. I'll never forget that moment. That was hilarious. All right. And yeah, don't forget Goldman Sachs CEO coming up. And Goldman Sachs, I believe, still has an outlook for $225,000 Bitcoin in 2026. Of course, levels near 200,000 is what Goldman Sachs is predicting for this year. So it's getting a little bit bullish again this week after this event concludes. I wonder where Bitcoin's going to be, but as of right now, the conference going on, Bitcoin is getting back to, at least attempting to get back to 68,000. I did see Gamma Goddess got brought back. Gamma Goddess is in the chat again. Thanks again. They're coming out again. Gamma Goddess. You were here with us last night, and we did something a little bit different last night. And look at that. Your prediction played out. Let's go. Oh, shoot. It's a good day, guys. It's a good day. And I'm like I said, every single day, I just want us to play in this sandbox here in the Parallel Channel just a little bit longer. We're almost there. Only 2 more days for the rest of the week. And we're probably going to be back in the higher level support as long as we don't see a Black Swan event like maybe Iran over the weekend, giving us a bit of a sell-off. I still have this idea that we are going to produce 2 weeks here. Getting, of course, support in this range and then moving a leg up for the next month. We do still have another 2 weeks, a week and a half until the next month begins on the March 1st. Options expiry happens, I think it's on the 26th or 27th. It's like the second to last day of the month. All right. So they're right now sitting at 68,000 retest right now on Bitcoin. All right, cool. Let's get back to it. Yes, and yeah, don't be this is all just short term. Gamma God says, of course, my prediction played out. Yes, of course it did. Because yes, you are our Gamma Goddess.
Here we go. Gamma Goddess.
Otaku, when is the wedding? Says Booger Glider. You're going way too fast on me, man. I just started dating this new girl last weekend. I have another date this weekend on Saturday. National Review has a multi-part series on the Trump family corruption. What else you guys got in the chat while we're waiting for CNBC to come back from break? We done came a long way from the Hunter Hayden, says Pack Stackums. Patrick Stackums in the chat. How's it going this morning, Pat Stack? Guys, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. Of course, supporting the live stream doesn't cost anything, but thanks again if you do throw some money my way. Like Cliff this morning. Thanks again, Cliff, for dancing on the fire with me this morning. $20 super chat coming in from Cliff, and $50 birthday wishes from John Doe this morning. Thanks again, guys, for supporting the live stream. I really appreciate it. And yes, my birthday is this weekend. And I had a poll going up before we got knocked off. This is the second live we had a poll this morning. And the poll right now, I guess I can throw it back up. How about this? For my birthday this weekend, since I had like all these options and now they're all gone. I had red wine, Jack Daniels, Tito's, and Kraken rum. Yeah, Kraken rum was the last thing I ended up finishing up. This was actually really good too. It was the first time I ever tried it. Got it on clearance when a grocery store was going out of business last year. But anyway, Kraken rum. So I had those four options, and I basically, I don't know what the poll was. I think Cliff said that it was a tie between rum and whiskey. I think that's what it was. I don't know. So for my birthday, should I buy all of them? That's going to be my new poll. Should I buy all of them? should I buy 4 bottles of liqueur? Yes or no? Just simply yes or no on that. Actually, no, let's have some fun with it. What are you, stupid? And, yes, it's your birthday. Jeez. All right, there we go. Poll is up. We'll see if I should buy a bunch of bottles this week or not. All right, 67.8 on Bitcoin, still chopping around 888. The 3s and the 8s have spoken. They always have spoken since 2026. It's been the weird trend. It looks like, we're still waiting for Florida to come back with World Liberty Financial's forum. They're going to have Goldman Sachs CEO, I believe, on next. So we're waiting for that to come back. What else is going on in the books? What else is going on in the books right now? Let's see. Ooh, 68.7 is now the strongest level of resistance. The bears are trying to push us out into 68.7. It should be right around here. Yeah, still sitting right around there. I should go probably, that's the center of the parallel channel. Duh. Yeah. So we got to get back, of course, on the middle of our parallel channel again and see if we can, turn that into support. That'd be nice if we were able to turn that into support today. Although I'm holding my breath until Friday. We're at a bit of a bull flag right now on Bitcoin on the 1 minute. A little bit. Breaking down now, though. A little bit. The 3 minute, the 5 minute looks a little bit more, a little bit more bullish. The 15 and of course the 30 minutes still bullish, half wicked up now. How about half wicked down? All right. Where are we at? With what's going on the overall trading volume? They're about ready to go back to Mar-a-Lago. Not quite yet. I believe in about 7 minutes. He said about 11 o'clock. I think they're going to have Goldman Sachs CEO at Mar-a-Lago. Again, their price predictions right now, Goldman Sachs looking at somewhere between 75,000, 225,000 by the end of the year. And then also, Eric Trump said so many things very, very smoothly, I think. They want to be, of course, in the running for the future of finance here in the United States. And don't forget, there's still a ton of friction, a ton of friction being used by these legacy financial rails. I mean, there's like $6 to $7 trillion lost, and it's just wasted on the friction that is these ridiculous old systems that these institutions still use today. Have not been updated since like the 70s. It's disgusting. It's stupid. It's asinine.
What are you, stupid?
Okay. 56% of you guys say, no, what are you, stupid? 44% of you guys say, yes, it's your birthday. Buy all the liquor. I don't have anything in the studio. It's not like I'm going to drink all of them. I mean, I might have a little bit of all of them in one night, but I'm not going to drink all the bottles in a single day. I can't do that. I'm a lightweight. Gamma God says in the chat, no, please don't buy them all. Cliff says having a selection could be useful, especially with Tito's. Tito's was on that list. Oh my God. Don't need to consume all at once. 100%. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Cliff. 100%. Never know how the moods will flow. Yeah, I do like that. Cliff, you have a way with words, my friend. Love you. Choose your favorite, says Gamma Goddess. Oh, that's hard. I mean, my favorite on that list is probably just going to be Jack Daniels, to be honest. I'm boring. I'm boring. John Doe says, I hope you like my piggy comment. Gigi saved it all morning for you. Oh my God. What the hell? I must have missed that one. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right. And then, I think I pretty much caught up in the chat. Ben is back with us, while we're waiting for, World Lady Financial, Forum to continue, with CNBC coverage, here in about 5 minutes. They're going to have, Goldman Sachs CEO on over at World Lady Financial. We've already heard from Brian Armstrong and, the Trump family. And I think Eric Trump did a great job as per usual. His brother just is not with it, man. His brother is kind of more like his father, I guess, when it comes to his vocabulary and everything else. Cliff says, yep, I think I read that one. Booger Glider says, no, they all have good to have in the house. Buy them all. Buy them all, says Booger Glider. It's pretty much 50-50 right now with my birthday liquor blowout. Let's see, where was it? Ben, what did Ben have to say this morning? How you doing? These businesses think we're super smart. That's why they are partnering with us and not because of my dad. What are we talking about, Ben? I must have missed something here. Don owns a drone company with DoD contracts. Yeah, okay. Ben Lawrence says, people, why donate to Trump when they can pardons and just coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences, for sure. Ben Lawrence says, born on the third base, but they think they hit a triple. Damn, you're showing your age there, Ben, with the baseball references. Love you. National Review has a part series on the Trump family corruption. 100%. Yep, I'm right there with you. Fiat Factory, post mortgage. What? We'll kick back to see if it's still live. All right, let's see if they're back yet on the live coverage. Don't know if they're back yet. Should be any minute now. They're talking about Mandani right now. Over there, Mamdani, and floating the property tax hike just to get his way. He's throwing a tantrum, I guess, in New York right now. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get his way on anything, it seems like. What happened to Trump and Mamdani's truce? I haven't heard anything about that since he was elected. It was awkward, and I'm not sure if it's still as cringe. We'll see. Blacking out in 3, 2, 1, says John. What the hell? Yes. Fiat Factory. The Fiat Factory. All right. Let's see. Anything else going on in our space? Let's take a look at crypto bubbles. How are we hanging in here? Overall sentiment. We can take a look at that too on the day. Right now on the day, we're up about a percentage in the top 100. Top 200 are down a little bit, going sideways for the most part. Still kind of flat. The Dixie still coming up. Yes, 97.5 on the Dixie, still holding so far on the day. Don't like to see that, of course, for risk on assets. And then, yeah, going back into crypto fear and greed and stocks fear and greed right now. Getting close to neutral now. Holy crap. This is up from 34, I believe, 36 from this morning. We got a high of 38 at the very start, and now we're sitting at 43, almost back to neutral with all this stuff going on right now. Again, we still got to get through the week with the ruling on Trump's tariffs right now sitting at like a 18% chance that they're actually going to do anything on Friday. Then we got crypto fear and greed. The last time we looked at this, we were sitting at 8 in extreme fear. Are we still there again? Bam. Yes, we still are. We still are there. Overall crypto market cap. I'm going to get over there in a minute. They're going to be back on at World Elite Financial Forum in Mar-a-Lago here soon. But just quickly, I'll check up on the overall market cap. Still hanging out about 2.34 trillion. Nothing really has changed. Yeah. Nothing's really changed. Come on. Load the damn chart. There it is. Yeah, just going sideways over the last couple days. Actually, honestly, since the 2.5, we've been going sideways for the most part. Again, we just need 2 weeks of sideways action to get us another leg higher. All right, here we go. Are we back yet? We got 1 minute. I think we got 1 minute, and then they're going to be back. Anything else going on in the chat? Silence is deafening. What did you do, John? What the hell did you do? You guys are always starting to trouble. In the chat. Cliff says, LOL, not just Ben Lawrence showing his baseball reference by age. Mine is showing too. Yes, we know, Cliff. We know we have a bunch of doomer boomers in the chat, but we still love you. All right. Anything else we could check on in the minute? They should be coming back any second now, for more coverage. I guess we could take a look at crypto Twitter just briefly. We haven't been able to go over there yet, because of all this. Let me put this on the sideline just so we don't miss it. I'll take a look in a bit here. Crypto Twitter, what do we got? As my eyes, I'm blind again. Go out. China officially begins, trading robots in preparation for military service. The robots are coming. I've been telling you guys this for years. It's coming.
What are you, stupid?
Oh, God. It's happening. That looks like a pretty up-to-date and ready-to-go squadron. We need the disruptor grenades, right? We need the disruptor grenades. All right. EMF. Knock those bad boys out. It's gonna happen. Be probably pretty easy to do too. All right. Anything else going over in crypto Twitter while waiting for them to come back? They're still on break. Shilling silver over on CNBC. Walter White in the Matrix. So Hollywood is so effing cooked. This is awesome.
I'm awake.
Follow.
Follow the White Rabbit.
Who are you?
My God.
Fine. You take one, and you see.
Make you better feeling.
Security. It's not that kind of...
I don't do unknown compounds.
It's a metaphor.
Fine. Let's learn.
Yeah, Hollywood's so cooked. All right. We do have them coming up here in a second. Yeah, I don't think that's what we're waiting for. This is coming from Money Movers right now over on CNBC.
Traditional brokerage agents, but could actually slash office space demand, for example. We're going to discuss those fears, the quarter, and a lot more of the CEO of real estate service firm JLL.
And the U.S. bracing for hopefully a big tourism boost as the host of this summer's FIFA World Cup. We'll dig into the potential economic benefits with the president of FIFA later on this hour. As for markets today, NASDAQ up for a second day in a row. Nice 1% plus gain. Got the VIX back below 19. Sector-wise, getting some help largely from consumer discretionary and technology as some of the defensive sectors like healthcare and staples are in the red today. Let's bring in Rob Rowe, Citi Research Head of Global Strategy here at Post 9.
All right. If you guys are just joining us, we're waiting for CNBC to come back to Mar-a-Lago to cover more of the World Liberty Financial Forum. That's happening right now. We've already heard from Brian Armstrong. We've already heard from the Trump family, Eric Trump. And now we're waiting for Goldman Sachs CEO to talk about, of course, Bitcoin and crypto. I definitely can't wait to see what they have to say. Last time we heard from Goldman Sachs, they were calling for a high of $225,000 Bitcoin this year. Let's see if there's anything else going on in crypto news while we're waiting for them to come back to the summit. Yeah. What the hell? Hollywood is so cooked on the Matrix. With AI. Samson Mao says that the market won't let the treasury companies lower their average cost forever. Meanwhile, Abu Dhabi's sovereign wealth fund, Jane Street, and others are voraciously scooping up IBIT and manipulating the markets. Don't forget that too, Samson. We covered that just a couple days ago. That Jane Street was caught with their pants down, or I guess their panties down. Showing their hand, manipulating, of course, the price of Bitcoin. All right, let's see. Anything else going on? Ooh, more robots. The robots are coming. The robots are coming. And they're trained in Kung Fu over in China. And everyone, I don't know why anyone thinks that America is going to be able to come back, compared to the rest of the world. When you see videos like this happening in Paris, that's in Paris. Ridiculous. No, that's in Shenzhen. I guess it's little Paris in Shenzhen. I don't know. In China, of course, China's in the lead. All right. Anything else happening in crypto Twitter right now? Crypto market volatility continuing. We have Coinbase just sat with 130 institutional investors across Hong Kong. That was at consensus. UAE asked a simple question: has volatility changed your thesis? No one had not. A hand went up. That's the single, not one hand went up. Institutions think in 5 to 7 year horizons. Some are buying, others are building mining capacity, sovereign linked capital, and recycling trade supplies. All right. Still waiting for them to go back to Mar-a-Lago. I don't know if they're going to come back. I think they lied to us. 11 o'clock now, and it's I don't see them jumping back over yet. Over on CNBC. Anything else breaking on crypto Twitter? Very cool overview on who owns Bitcoin. And I can't play that song. I'm going to get probably kicked. Overall, individuals. I think right now individuals are still about 70% of the pie. Let's see if it still is. The total mined, of course, I think by March, we're going to have about 20 million Bitcoin entirely mined. And then we're going to be mining the last million for the next 100 years. Yeah, let's go. Let's see if I'm right. Is it still about 70% of individuals holding Bitcoin? Oh, yeah. It's still growing. I think I'm right. 71, 72, 75? 70%. Yep, still about 70%. 65. Ooh, going down. And that's coming from TFTC. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool little infograph there. I guess if it's up to date, about 65% of individuals still hold the majority of the Bitcoin. All right. Strategy can withstand a drawdown to Bitcoin about the 8,000. Of course, that's what was reported by Michael Saylor and his team at the last quarterly meeting. So if you guys didn't catch that, of course, we talked about that a few weeks ago. Coinbase Smart Money isn't panicking. They're not panicking. All right. Anything else going on? We already covered the gold tether thing. PayPal's made Ethereum by its default network for stablecoin payments. That's not what we heard yesterday. We heard that Solana was their default network for stablecoin payments. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that at all. Of course, there's also reposted by Tom Lee. That's another reason why this is popping up in my feed. Kind of weird though that we're getting mixed information on that. because we just covered an article, I think 2 days ago, about PayPal settling with Solana. Virginia, retirement fund doubles down on MSTR. Virginia State Retirement Fund has reportedly increased its stake in MicroStrategy, reinforcing growing institutional appetite for Bitcoin Treasury exposure. All right. And yeah, we're still waiting. We're still waiting for them to go back to Mar-a-Lago over on CNBC to, continue the crypto summit they're having right now for World Liberty Financial in Florida. Anything else happening? Oh, no! Crypto bros right now getting wrecked by the bear market. Poor Ultraman. Geez, ridiculous. God, I have to share that for sure. All right. Quantum tightening is over. Balance sheet support is back. Rate cuts are on deck. Every major asset is pushing higher except crypto. Blatantly obvious what's happening. Regulatory clarity is the final gate, in my opinion, coming from Mark Chadwick over on X. When the bill passes, the rotation into crypto, especially alt, is going to be beyond comprehension. Be prepared for that, guys. Be prepared. All right. Calm before the storm. I 100% agree. Hollywood never would have the balls. Coming for more crypto psyop anime over on X. Love this stuff. Love this stuff. Very dystopian. Very much aligned with, of course, my channel and brand. We got just in 13 billion FIFA president to confirmed to speak at Trump Mar-a-Lago, and that's going to happen this afternoon. President Gianni Infantino is confirmed to speak today at the World Liberty Forum, and an exclusive crypto summit hosted by President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Yes. And don't forget the trophy, man. I wonder if I can find that stupid trophy. FIFA trophy that was presented to Trump in 2025. Michael Saylor, it was hilarious. If you guys didn't see that, if you guys weren't hanging out with me around that time period, this is the trophy here. And it was presented to him on the most awkward time ever. It was at the crypto roundtable with Trump. And I think it was this right here. Yeah. No, it wasn't that one. He was in a meeting with the table of crypto influencers, investors. I don't even see it here anymore. I'll probably put Saylor in there. And Saylor's reaction was hilarious. He's just like, definitely one of the highlights for sure. I'm not going to be able to find it too. I'm not going to be able to find it. How about Trump trophy Saylor? I'm not going to find it. I'm not going to. Oh, there it is. There's the picture, at least with him there, where they brought the silly thing in. It was definitely a moment I'll never forget. All right. I'm not going to find it. But anyway, we're still waiting for, the Mar-a-Lago, summit to continue. And we're going to have Goldman Sachs CEO speak at that summit next. And yeah, we're just kind of hanging out and waiting. We got, people in the chat. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, guys. How's it going, Metal Detector? How's it going, Metal? Do we have any Jasmine whales in the chat? Ooh, do we have any Jasmine whales? Well, you definitely have, me. I guess I'm kind of a Jasmine whale. I wouldn't say whale. Maybe a shock. It's early. It's still early to wake and bake. What the hell, John? I hope you like my what was that? What is that? Finally got a Pippin hit. LMFAO. Shout out EZ. Looks like some of you guys are happy about Pippin's current price action. Ben Lawrence says the funny thing, Cliff, is I got yelled at and told my age this week. My wife says I act like a big kid. Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with that though? What's wrong with that? Neb says no whales, but we are holding a few million amongst us. Yes, multiple millions, multiple tens of millions, possibly 100 million amongst us. Maybe. Maximus Diamond says not a Jasmine whale anymore. Okay. So some of the sentiment has shifted from you guys in the chat. Bitcoin coming down now to 66.9, back to retest 66.8. here soon. Intraday trading still hasn't really truly begun. 11:30 to, of course, 12:30 is where we really start to kick it off. As of right now, things are still kind of going flat and sideways. All right. Anything else happening? ZBEC has come up a little bit, still kind of recovering back to 202 after touching 2019, I think last night. Or yesterday, or was it yesterday? I forget. Then Jasmy, speaking of Jasmy, this chart is all messed up. Still holding the trend line overall, but yeah, it's still got ways to go, man. Still got ways to go. Sitting at 205, of course, after the dip on February 5th. It did finally get out. Not every asset can say this, right? It did finally get out of the 1010 incident. It was one of the first ones that actually did. 1010, of course, the no zone. We got the breakout, and of course, we continued on further. Not even ZBEC's been able to break out in the no zone yet. Still being held behind. We were also looking at another coin that was held back by as well. Toshi still being held back. We were talking about that just the other day on the Patreon Live. Also, guys, don't forget the Patreon Live is after tonight's live stream at after about 9:30 p.m. We're gonna have a good time. All right. We're still waiting for CNBC to get back to Mar-a-Lago and talk more about what's going on at the World Liberty Financial Summit. All right. Anything else going on? Not really. XRP, I don't think is even broken out of the no zone as well. Yeah, they're still there. A lot of assets still have not recovered yet. Even gone sideways to break out of the, of course, falling wedge from the no zone. Anything else? I can really talk about. Let's see, gold and silver having a little bit of a good day. Looks like silver's coming back up to 77, almost 78 now, from a low of 71, 64 on the on that dip from 25. Gold sitting at almost $5,000 an ounce, about $20 away now, with a breakout on gold today. And that's pretty much what I was talking about. We're going back to this line here by the end of the day. All right. That's pretty much it. Bitcoin's sitting at 67 flat right now. All right. Going back to some news, I guess. We're just going to wait forever. I don't know. I mean, you not get it. I'm going to give him 15 more minutes. If we do not come back to Mar-a-Lago, I'm probably going to call it for the day. I got to get some errands done. I got to get my vehicle registration paid for. My God, yeah, that's got to get done, so I can still drive on the road and not get pulled over by police and all that fun stuff. Let's take a look at crypto news. Anything else going on? How about CoinDesk? Let's see it over there. Arthur Hayes back in the headlines again. Bitcoin plunge signals coming AI crisis, but massive Fed response will drive new record highs, says Arthur Hayes. All right, what does he have to say here in his latest interview? BitMEX co-founder Arthur Hayes says Bitcoin's recent 52% crash from its October time high is flashing a critical warning signal, but the crypto could ultimately soar to new records once the Federal Reserve responds to AI-driven banking crisis he believes is imminent. In his latest essay, this is fine. I love it. He's so troll, man. I love it. Yes. He said, the global fiat liquidity fire alarm. While the Nasdaq has remained relatively flat, Bitcoin has plunged from 126,000 to its current 67K price level. Pricing in what Hayes describes as a massive credit destruction event that equity markets have yet to acknowledge. Bitcoin is the most responsive, freely traded asset to the fiat credit supply. Hayes wrote, the divergence recently between Bitcoin and the Nasdaq sounds the alarm, as that is a massive credit destruction event is nigh. Hayes models a scenario where artificial intelligence displaces just 20% of America's 72.1 million knowledge workers, triggering approximately $557 billion in consumer credit and mortgage defaults, about half the severity of the 2008 financial crisis. This AI-driven shock would devastate regional banks and force the Federal Reserve into the biggest money printing in history. Let's go! Send it!
You win so much, you may even get tired of winning.
I love it. More money printing. That's what I've been talking about. Even with the, on top of the free money they're going to give away before the midterms. It's gonna be stupid if this is true. Deflation is bad. Ultimately good for fiat credit sensitive assets like Bitcoin, says Hayes. First, the market prices then the impact, then the monetary mandarins panic and press the burr button harder. And then I shred POW the morning after 1 meter dump. Hayes noted gold's recent gains, particularly against Bitcoin, as another red flag, stating that surge in gold versus the slumping Bitcoin clearly tells us that the deflationary risk off credit with Pax Americana is brewing. Hayes said that once the Fed intervenes with the emergency liquidity measures, similar to March 2023 response to regional bank failures, which I remember very, very, very clearly, it was a good time. I hope to see it again. Bitcoin will pump decisively off its lows, and the expectation of a sustained monetary printing will drive into new all-time highs. And this is exactly the feeling I had back then too. When Bitcoin was sitting at 15,516K, and we were sitting at these lows, and we're just kind of like, the bottom's in, it's not in, and BitBoy was screaming from the rooftops, it's gonna go lower, 12K, 13K, it's gonna go lower. Does it really matter if it goes like a few $1,000s lower? Right? In the grand scheme of things? No. All right. Breaking below 60K. Okay. That doesn't mean that won't be more pain ahead for the foreseeable future, says Hayes. He warned that Bitcoin could fall under the Fed's axe, potentially breaking below 60K as political dysfunction delays the central bank's response. Crypto investors, he advised, should stay liquid, avoid leverage, and wait for the all clear for the Fed. And it's time to dump the filthy fiat and ape into risky assets with wanton abandon. Damn. Let's go, man. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling some kind of way after reading that. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Do it. It will happen. They have no choice. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They either print, they don't print. The economy collapses. The economy, of course, is pumped back up, or we just go into a full blown recession, which we don't do recessions anymore. All right. Anything else going on with CNBC? Have they brought anyone to the table? I told you guys I was going to give it 15 minutes. It's now been 5. It's got about 10 minutes remaining. I'm giving them till 11:30. All right. Let's see what they're talking about here for a minute.
Well, usually additional taxes are not helpful for businesses. I can understand that the mayor is looking for new income streams, but for the business side, that is not helpful. And so that is just an additional cost which people will have to add on top of the rent they are paying. And so it will have an impact. But overall, I'm very positive about the New York market, especially the Manhattan market.
Okay. Christian, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
When we come back this morning, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg set to take the stand today, being questioned about the dangers that the company's algorithms pose to both teens and kids. We'll be live outside the courthouse this hour.
Plus, the president of FIFA is going to join the show, looking ahead to the 2026 World Cup, ticket pricing, the impact for the U.S. economy. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah. So we're probably not going to get them at all. That pretty much confirms it. We're not going to get them probably till like later in the afternoon. Goldman Sachs CEO. I'm sure we'll cover headlines tonight on that. So I'm not too worried. And this is going to be kind of, maybe they'll say the quiet part out loud for the world. That would be pretty interesting to see. It's not just the article that we read every single day. All right, that's the only thing I was expecting out of it anyway. All right, guys. All right. So, yeah, Bitcoin sitting at 67,200. Down from a little bit of a World Liberty Financial pump today at 68,003. Did not quite get back to the middle of this parallel channel. But we're still hanging out here. It's fine. We'll see if maybe Cody's prediction happens tonight. And Jake the Snake, of course, calling for a grind down to 65K. Had some fun with you guys last night. I decided to do a little bit different. I decided not to do my own, of course, predictions, which honestly would have been probably closer to this anyway. But anyway, but yeah, of course, giving all the credit to GG today for calling for this sideways action on Bitcoin. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I wish there was more. But it's been a slow news week, and I'm sure this is probably going to get more exciting towards the end of the week when we get the tariff ruling. Nothing has changed, right? Nothing has changed. And then hopefully we, continue this sideways price action and get back to the 75, 80K range starting next week into next month. 2 weeks and in this range, guys. We are now 2 weeks in this range on Friday. Technically, yeah, the end of Thursday, the beginning of Friday. Potato. Thursday at midnight. So, yeah, I would be Friday at midnight. After Friday at midnight, we'll be officially 2 official weeks in a row in this parallel channel. Again, we're just finding support. That's it. And that's all I'm expecting out of Bitcoin. Not expecting the moon. Not expecting a real dump either, unless we get a black swan-like event, which could, of course, happen at any time. You just never know. All right, guys, with that being said, have a great day. Thanks again for coming out and, celebrating my birthday with me this week. I'm going to go pick out some bottles. You guys said in the chat, 60% says, yes, it's your birthday. Go pick out every one of those bottles. That's probably what I'm going to do. You guys. No, what are you stupid? Don't do that. I know some of you guys, in the chat saying, don't buy all of them. Don't buy all of them. Again, I don't have to drink it all in one sitting. All right, guys, I'll catch you all again tonight. And of course, we're going to have our Patreon live after the live show is concluded, as per always on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Have a good night, guys. I will see you all again soon. Soon.
When will then be now? Soon.
Yes. Later.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money or gold bars. In other words, hold my key. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Do my laws ignore wrong and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I want more. I wish I could know. In other words, I choose you. In other words, I love you.
What? 40? I'm 40? What? Me? This baby face? This baby face is 40 now? What the F? What the F, guys?
What are you, stupid?
You guys are ridiculous. All right. I'll catch you later. 40 years old. Later, guys.
Watch the cash burn, lead fade. A new world rises, we've made the trade. The robots are rising, ice taking the crown. But we're the ones that